Hi, I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and what I'm about to share with you today might be the most important health discovery you'll hear this year. I'm a board-certified physician with over 15 years of experience in men's health and hormonal optimization, and I've helped thousands of men reclaim their vitality, confidence, and performance. Today, I'm going to reveal a simple morning drink that's been changing lives in ways that most doctors don't even know about yet. But before I tell you what this drink is, I need you to understand something crucial. If you've been struggling with low energy, poor performance, decreased drive, or just not feeling like the man you used to be, it's not your fault. And it's definitely not because you're getting older. What I've discovered through years of research and clinical practice is that there's a hidden culprit attacking your masculine vitality every single day. And it's something that 95% of doctors completely overlook. Let me tell you about James. James came to my clinic 2 years ago, absolutely desperate. He was 47 years old, successful in his career, happily married, but he felt like he was falling apart from the inside. His energy was gone by noon every day. His performance in the bedroom had become a source of anxiety rather than pleasure. He'd gained weight around his midsection no matter how much he exercised. And worst of all, he just didn't feel like himself anymore. The confidence, the drive, the spark that made him who he was, it had all disappeared. James had been to 5 different doctors. They all told him the same thing. It's just age, it's stress. Maybe you need antidepressants, maybe you need those little blue pills. One doctor even suggested it was all in his head, but I knew better, and when I ran specific tests that most doctors never think to order, I found the real problem. James's masculine hormones weren't just low, they were being actively destroyed by something in his daily routine. And here's the shocking part. It wasn't his diet. It wasn't lack of exercise. It wasn't even stress, though that didn't help. The real culprit was something that 90% of American men are exposed to every single day, something that's hiding in plain sight, slowly draining away your masculine power without you even realizing it. I'm talking about endocrine disruptors. These are chemicals that interfere with your hormone system, and they're absolutely everywhere. They're in plastic containers, in processed foods, in personal care products, in the water you drink, even in the air you breathe. Studies have shown that average testosterone levels in men have dropped by more than 30% in just the last 30 years. This isn't normal aging. This is a systematic assault on masculine vitality. But here's where it gets interesting. While I was researching solutions for patients like James, I stumbled upon something remarkable. There's a specific combination of natural compounds that not only protects your hormones from these disruptors, but actually helps your body produce more of the hormones you need naturally. And the best part? You can get all of these compounds in one simple morning drink. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another miracle cure, right? Another supplement that promises everything and delivers nothing. I was skeptical too. But then I started testing this formula with my patients, and the results were nothing short of extraordinary. Men who hadn't felt truly alive in years were coming back to my office with stories that sounded almost unbelievable. Increased energy within days. Better performance within a week. Improved mood, better sleep, more muscle, less fat, and a return of that confident, powerful feeling that defines masculine vitality. Let me tell you what happened with James. I put him on this protocol, one simple drink every morning, and I told him to come back in 3 weeks. But he didn't wait 3 weeks. He called me after just 5 days. "Dr. Hart," he said, "I don't know what's in this stuff, but I feel like I'm 25 again. My energy is through the roof. My wife has noticed a major difference. I'm sleeping better, I'm more focused at work, and I just feel like myself again." 3 months later, James had lost 22 pounds of fat, gained visible muscle definition, and his hormone levels had improved by over 60%. But more importantly, he had his life back. He had his confidence back. He had himself back. So what exactly is in this morning drink? It's a precise combination of 5 specific natural compounds that work together synergistically to restore masculine power. Let me break down each ingredient and explain exactly how it works. The first ingredient is tonkat ali, also known as longjack. This is a root extract that's been used for centuries in Southeast Asia, and modern science has now confirmed what traditional healers knew all along. Tonkat ali has been shown in multiple clinical studies to increase testosterone levels naturally by supporting your body's own production. But it does something even more important. It reduces a protein called sex hormone binding globulin, which traps your testosterone and makes it inactive. By reducing this protein, tonkat ali frees up more of your natural testosterone so it can actually work in your body. The second ingredient is ashwagandha, a powerful adaptogenic herb that's been used in Ayurvedic medicine for over 3,000 years. Ashwagandha does something remarkable. It dramatically reduces cortisol, which is your stress hormone. Here's why this matters so much. Cortisol and testosterone have an inverse relationship. When cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down. Modern life keeps most men in a constant state of elevated cortisol, which is one of the main reasons testosterone levels are plummeting. Ashwagandha breaks this cycle. Studies show it can reduce cortisol by up to 30%, while simultaneously increasing testosterone by up to 15%. The third ingredient is fenugreek. This is a seed extract that contains compounds called saponins, and these saponins do something incredibly important. They help prevent testosterone from converting into estrogen. Most men don't realize this, but your body naturally converts some testosterone into estrogen through an enzyme called aromatase. When you have too much aromatase activity, you end up with low testosterone and high estrogen, which leads to fat gain, low energy, and poor performance. Fenugreek inhibits this conversion, keeping your testosterone levels high and your estrogen levels balanced. The fourth ingredient is zinc, but not just any zinc. This formula uses zinc in a highly absorbable form that your body can actually use. Zinc is absolutely critical for testosterone production. In fact, zinc deficiency is one of the most common causes of low testosterone, and studies show that over 40% of American men are deficient. Even mild zinc deficiency can reduce testosterone by 25% or more. When you restore optimal zinc levels, testosterone production increases naturally and significantly. The fifth and final ingredient is vitamin D3. Now, most people think of vitamin D as just a vitamin for bone health, but it's actually much more than that. Vitamin D functions more like a hormone in your body, and it's absolutely essential for testosterone production. Studies have shown that men with optimal vitamin D levels have significantly higher testosterone than men who are deficient. And here's the problem. Over 70% of American men have insufficient vitamin D levels, especially if you live in northern climates or spend most of your time indoors. When you combine these 5 ingredients in the right proportions and take them together every morning, something remarkable happens. They work synergistically, meaning the combined effect is greater than the sum of the individual parts. Your body starts producing more testosterone naturally. Your cortisol levels drop. Your hormones stop converting into forms you don't want, and your overall hormonal environment shifts from one of decline to one of optimization. But here's what makes this formula truly special. It doesn't just boost testosterone temporarily like synthetic hormones or medications do. It actually helps restore your body's natural ability to produce and maintain healthy hormone levels on its own. This means the benefits don't just last for a few hours after you take it. they compound over time, getting better and better as your body's natural systems come back online. Now, I need to be clear about something. This isn't a magic pill that works instantly with no effort on your part. Your body needs time to respond and heal. But what I can tell you is that most men start noticing real changes within the first 3 to 5 days. Increased energy is usually the first thing people report. Then comes better sleep quality. By the end of the first week, most men notice improved mood and mental clarity. And by the end of the first month, the changes to body composition, strength, and performance become undeniable. I've now recommended this formula to over 3,000 male patients in my practice, and the results have been consistently impressive. Men in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and even 70s have reported life-changing improvements. And the best part is that there are virtually no side effects because we're not introducing synthetic hormones or chemicals. We're simply giving your body the natural building blocks it needs to function the way it's supposed to. Let me share another story. Michael was 53 when he came to see me. He was a former college athlete who had stayed in decent shape throughout his adult life, but over the past 5 years, everything had changed. He'd lost muscle no matter how much he lifted. His energy was gone. His marriage was suffering because of performance issues. He told me he felt like he was watching his life slip away and there was nothing he could do about it. I put Michael on this protocol, and the transformation was remarkable. Within 2 weeks, he reported that his energy had doubled. Within a month, he'd gained 8 pounds of lean muscle and lost 12 pounds of fat. His performance issues completely resolved. But what struck me most was what he said during his 3-month follow-up. "Dr. Hart, you didn't just give me back my health. You gave me back my life. I feel like the man I'm supposed to be again." That's what this is really about. It's not just about hormones or physical performance. It's about feeling like yourself again. It's about having the energy to fully engage with your life. It's about having the confidence that comes from knowing your body works the way it should. It's about reclaiming your masculine vitality and everything that comes with it. Now, I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, can't I just get these ingredients separately and take them on my own? Technically, yes, you could. But here's the problem. The precise ratios matter enormously. Too much of one ingredient and too little of another, and you won't get the synergistic effect. Plus, the quality and purity of the ingredients is absolutely critical. Most supplement companies use cheap, low-grade extracts that aren't properly tested for potency or purity. That's why I worked with a specialized formulator to create a version of this drink that has exactly the right amounts of each ingredient in the highest quality forms available. I also want to talk about who this is for and who it's not for. This formula is designed for men over 35 who are experiencing any signs of declining masculine vitality. Low energy, reduced performance, weight gain, mood issues, poor sleep, lack of motivation. These are all signs that your hormones are out of balance. If you're experiencing any of these issues, this formula can help. However, if you're under 35 and everything is working great, you probably don't need this. Your natural hormone production is likely still optimal. This is specifically designed to help restore and optimize hormone production in men whose levels have started to decline. It's also important to note that while this formula is incredibly powerful, it works best when combined with a healthy lifestyle. You can't expect to drink this every morning and then eat fast food all day, never exercise, and get terrible sleep. The formula will help significantly, but you'll get the best results when you also take care of the basics. Eat real food, move your body regularly, manage stress, and get quality sleep. One question I get asked frequently is how long you need to take this. The honest answer is that it depends on your individual situation. Some men see such dramatic improvements that they choose to take it indefinitely as part of their daily health routine. Others use it for a few months to restore their hormonal balance, and then transition to taking it a few times per week for maintenance. What I typically recommend is committing to at least 90 days initially, so you can experience the full range of benefits as your body fully responds to the formula. I also want to address safety. All 5 of these ingredients have been extensively studied and used safely by millions of people. The side effect profile is extremely low. However, if you're on any medications, especially blood thinners or medications for diabetes, you should check with your doctor before starting any new supplement. And if you have any existing medical conditions, particularly hormone-sensitive cancers, you should consult with a healthcare provider first. What really excites me about this formula is that it represents a completely different approach to men's health. Instead of waiting until things get so bad that you need medications or hormone replacement therapy, we're addressing the root cause early. We're giving your body what it needs to maintain optimal function naturally. It's preventative medicine at its best. The reality is that declining masculine vitality isn't inevitable. It's not something you just have to accept as you get older. The idea that men are supposed to lose their energy, their drive, their performance, and their vitality as they age is a myth. What's actually happening is that modern life is creating conditions that interfere with normal hormone production, and we now have the knowledge and tools to counteract those effects. Think about what's possible when your hormones are optimized. You wake up with energy. You move through your day with focus and drive. You have the physical capacity to do the things you want to do. You feel confident. You perform well. You sleep deeply. You maintain muscle easily. You stay lean. You feel mentally sharp. This isn't fantasy. This is how your body is designed to function when it has what it needs. I've dedicated my career to helping men reclaim their vitality. And I can tell you with absolute certainty that this formula is one of the most powerful tools I've ever used in my practice. The combination of these 5 ingredients, in precisely the right amounts, creates a synergistic effect that addresses masculine health from every angle. It supports natural testosterone production, reduces stress hormones, prevents unwanted hormone conversion, provides critical cofactors for hormone synthesis, and protects against the endocrine disruptors we're all exposed to daily. If you're ready to take back control of your masculine vitality, if you're tired of feeling like a shadow of the man you used to be, if you want to experience what it feels like to have your body working for you instead of against you, then I encourage you to try this formula. Give it 90 days. Follow the protocol consistently, take it every morning, and pay attention to how you feel. You'll likely notice the energy boost first, then the improvements in sleep and mood, then the changes in your body composition, and then the return of that confident, powerful feeling that defines true masculine vitality. This is your opportunity to stop managing decline and start experiencing restoration. Your body has incredible healing capacity when you give it what it needs. This morning, drink provides exactly that. Thank you for watching, and here's to your health and vitality.